Today I want to talk about mediation with a covert narcissist. I live in the Boulder, Colorado area, and I lead a meetup group in the Denver area for narcissistic abuse support. And so, yeah, if you're in town, look us up on meetup.com and come by. That would be great. So during our last meeting, there was a woman about to go into mediation with her narcissist, and she was incredibly stressed about it, which I completely understand. And so we had this great conversation about mediation and advice for her and how to handle that because it is such a stressful time. So if you're going to mediation soon or have this going on in your life, this will be a really helpful video because I'm going to share with you different advice when talking to the women in this group about what helped them. So today I'm going to share with you 3 pieces of advice. First one is treat this like a business deal. It's really hard to do that at first because you, I'm sure, are still emotionally attached to this person and you've seen this person as a nice person, and it's really hard, you're having a hard time grasping that this person might be a covert narcissist. Oftentimes when you go through a divorce, this is the time where you start realizing and you're starting to piece things together, but you still have that cognitive dissonance of seeing this person a certain way and really believing they love you and really loving them because you're an honest, true person and you do really love them. So with mediation, it has to be different. You have to leave your emotions at the door, which I know is quite difficult, but it's helpful to know that the narcissist in your life is not going to take care of you, is not going to be fair, is not going to be kind. So this is the time to take really good care of yourself and treat it like a business deal. For instance, this woman told a story that I thought was great, and it really empowered the other women there. When she was in mediation, so the mediator came back to the room and said, your husband is really concerned about the way you parent, or he's really concerned about how dramatic you are, how sensitive you are, So they'll do, actually the second piece of advice is know that they know your kryptonite. They know what will rattle you, and so expect that to happen. The mediator's going to come back and say something to you that's really going to affect you because it's your kryptonite. It's the thing that rattles you and gets you off kilter and off center. So when that happened to this woman in the group, it was brilliant because the mediator came back and said, your ex is saying this about you. And she had been through enough mediation to learn how this goes. So she just looked at the mediator and she said, false, what else? And the mediator was like, oh, okay, well, he's also said this about you, false, what else? And just went through the list, false, what else, what else, let's move on. And she treated it like a business deal. She said, we're here to discuss money. We're not here to discuss this stupid list because it will be, and it will throw you off, and they'll try and get you all emotional so you're not thinking clearly. So make sure you treat it as a business deal and hold off on the emotions. You can completely fall apart afterwards, but stay very strong, decide what you want, and go after that, and be your number one advocate. The next one, let's see, I wrote it down. Business deal, be aware of the kryptonite. Okay, make sure you don't see them. Talk to your attorney. Some mediations, you will be in the same room with your narcissist and their attorney. Make sure that does not happen. Make sure you are in different rooms so you don't see that person. So the mediator goes from one room back and forth to the other. Because if you see them, you know it will rattle you. So you're trying to set up this day where you have the least possible things to rattle you It's time for massive self-care and to allow yourself to be strong. You've been in such a weak place for so long because that's what they do to you. So give yourself permission to be strong and go after what you think is fair, and treat it like a business deal. So I hope that's helpful. I am sending you so much support and love, and you've got this. Okay, talk soon.